So let's get into the overall vision of year 9.
So anti-cheat will be a main topic for us all through year 9. Also, players have invested a lot of time into a game like Siege, and we want to be able to celebrate that. So expect, season after season, more rewards and celebration for all of your progression in the game.
Trying to be a little more sinister. I love it. I love it. Now let's get into territory that we haven't seen yet. Season 2.
That's right. Season 2 is when we shake things up with an operator remaster of Recruit. This is something that we all began with as Siege players, and you won't be getting just one recruit, but 2 of them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You just dropped the microphone there. We're getting 2 recruits. I have so many questions, but first, let's talk about the veteran players because they've spent the most time with the recruits. So how is this going to help them?
Well, the biggest thing here is, yes, we've been with Recruit for some time, and the thing that they're bringing to the table is an ability to inject strategy into the lineups like you've never seen before. On top of that, Recruit, they got a bit of a promotion. They now have full operator status, which means they can appear in every playlist freely, just like any other operator. Additionally, you can customize them like any other operator, their uniforms, their headgear.
So then what does this mean for Battle Pass?
All right, because with operator remasters, if you own them and everybody owns Recruit, you get these 2 operators for free. So when you get the Battle Pass, you'll be rewarded an operator voucher, which means you can turn it in for any operator you don't already have. And if you have every single operator, you can still turn it in for cold, hard credits. And I'll also say this gives us an opportunity for our new operators as well, letting us give more time to their abilities, making sure they're unique, they're impactful, and also it affects their loadouts, making sure that we can give them even new weapons in the game.
All right, TLC for operators. You gotta love that, right?
Season 3 will be a new operator coming from Greece. This is very near and dear to my heart, and so I'm very happy that we're introducing our first Greek operator into Siege.
That's really cool. Joshua, I feel like you're just itching to tell us more.
Yeah, I have 2 things. One, this operator is bringing something to the table, again, you've never before seen in Siege. And just like the big bad Deimos, this operator will be fielding a new weapon.
Ooh, a new weapon. Nice.
Okay, so Season 4, we're bringing another remaster to the game, and this one is, I guarantee you've been asking for this for a long, long time, so I'm super happy we're finally getting to it.
Joshua, you got to tell us more than that.
We're not really supposed to talk about this one because it's so far in advance, but this operator hails from the United States, and again, you've all been waiting for this one for a long time.
Okay, I appreciate that. We could see it on the roadmap, the flag, but we are here in Brazil for SI. You gotta tell us more. Who wants to hear more?
All right.
The crowd has spoken, Joshua.
Indoor characters, and you bring them to real life, and you know what? You've inspired me. I think I gotta get into the game, and I'm saying with my current features, I think I could cosplay Season 4's operator remaster. Just saying.
Season 1, we already announced that we're introducing new technology, machine learning, so that we can quickly and effectively make bans based off of data and statistics. This will make us a lot quicker when it comes to analyzing the complete Siege population, making sure that we identify cheaters quickly, and we're getting them out of the game as soon as possible. On top of all of this too, yesterday we talked about the ranked playlist, making sure that there's new restrictions so that new players understand what they have to do in order to jump into it, but also making it tougher for cheaters and smurfers to jump into this playlist. And finally, when it comes to toxicity, this is something that we're really working on in year 9. Every single season will see an update to the reputation system in the game. In Season 2, we'll be working on anti-toxicity first. And that is the release of the reputation system from beta. Right now, the system is in beta mode, so actual consequences aren't yet live. However, in Season 2, you will begin getting restrictions on the playlist that you can enter if you have a low reputation standing, meaning that you better be on your best behavior. Season 2, we're also introducing something on the PC side. We're making it harder for cheaters to have access to multiple accounts, so that if they are banned once, they stay banned, and they can't jump into other accounts into the game.
Sounding pretty good.
So Mousetrap is our console anti-cheat. It detects mouse and keyboard while you're supposed to be using controller. You asked for more punishments when players are detected by this, and we are delivering. Players detected by Mousetrap will be penalized by the reputation system. If you do something wrong there, you will lose access to certain playlists in the game. What we'll be doing is making sure that if you are detected by Mousetrap, you will be automatically placed into the PC matchmaking pool, so that the only players you're playing against are those with mouse and keyboard. If you're on console playing with a controller, that's the only person you should be playing against.
Yeah, you don't want to have your controllers out if, you're not supposed to be playing with them. So beware of Mousetrap. Let's head into Season 4.
Season 4, we're also making a big update. We will introduce live bans. That means as soon as a cheater is detected, even in a live match, they will be removed from that match. And that match will be canceled, not affecting your MMR or experience, and gets you into that next match. So we'll be stepping it up in the text chat. We'll be introducing automated moderation in text chat in Season 4 to make sure your games are fun, fair, and safe.
And we're seeing a little bit of that there as well. That sounds pretty cool.
It's going to be about hardening our security systems, making them more resilient, making them more robust, and that means reinforcing our two technologies. Mousetrap, our console anti-cheat. We'll be updating it every single season. And QB, our PC anti-cheat, making sure it's robust, it can handle what it needs to, and make the game a lot safer. And finally, when it comes to game exploits, we're stepping it up as well. We're growing our team and putting dedicated resources on game exploits so that they can be identified faster and they're eliminated as soon as possible.
Talked about communication. How frequent are we going to see that?
We've been stepping up our communication already this year, and our promise to you is that we're communicating on this subject every 2 months. We don't want to go radio silent on this, and make sure that you always have the information you need so you understand what's going on in the game at all times.
How the communications with players, because again, you mentioned they're very integral to the process. So how is communications with players going to be clarified?
So one of the big things we'd like to do is clarify the vocabulary around the game. So when it comes to the game, we have 3 main updates. First and foremost is a straight up update. It's a single entity, something like you can see where we take a frag grenade away from an operator and give them flashbangs or something of the like. The second one, a little more complicated, is a system update. This is something you can see when we do, say, a weapon class update. This is our shotguns we did in year 8, or even the LMGs that are coming in year 9. Last but not least is the remaster. This is by far the most complicated balancing change we can possibly do in the game, but it is integral to the health of the game, so that we make sure that your investment in our operators carries forward for all the years to come. Zombies' Kiba barriers will now have a durability on them, which means depending on the weapon caliber you're using, you'll be able to knock them down faster or slower. Additionally, this is one of the first steps because we're actually going to be bringing something else in Season 2. Our lovely Spooky Boy Fenrir will receive his first update. This will be removing the bulletproof off the FNAT entirely, also removing an FNAT from his loadout and a code. Lastly, Soulless. I gotta move fast here. Solus will be receiving 2 updates. Season 2, she'll be receiving the first update, which will make this the case. Her gadget will no longer be able to be used during prep phase. Additionally, the range of her gadget will be reduced, and the battery will drain faster. Now, this is part 1. Part 2 will come in Season 3, and it'll bring a deeper system change, but it takes more time for that, and that's why it's in Season 3. We have an additional operator being adjusted in Season 3, which is Dokkaebi. We're attacking some of the frustration around her gadget. So the biggest thing about Season 4 is making sure we leave space and time to react to the needs of the community. There is a lot of stuff coming online in Season 1, and we want to make sure that we can be there for you as we experience this all together and we move forward together. Of course, there'll be multiple new updates throughout the seasons, lots of things we didn't cover here, so you can stay tuned to all of that as well.
We will be finalizing the maps within Quick Match 2.0, bringing the entire map roster to Quick Match. Standard will be getting new filtering so you can choose between ranked, all maps, or only the non-ranked maps as well. Within ranked, we're bringing exclusive cosmetics that you can earn every season. Siege Cup is a brand new time-gated tournament that happens every 2 weeks. Participation within the Siege Cup provides specific rewards, so make sure you grab your friends, squad up, register your team, and we all know that feeling. At the end of the match, when your heart is pumping, you just need to close it out. There's going to be no other feeling like the Siege Cup.
So Season 1, we start immediately with the locker that I know a lot of players have been asking for. The ability to favorite your gear, the ability to look at what you just unlocked, all of this in one place. We're delivering Season 1.
Yeah, so we're going through and making sure all our systems are getting that kind of health thing that we talked about with our operators, making sure that the clunkiness is removed and you have that real sense of flow. So we're looking at Rappel, an iconic feature of Siege, and that entry and exit, making sure it's super smooth and feels great. It's a game feel thing. It's very hard to describe or even see in a video, but once your hands are on it, you'll know what we're talking about. We have 2 big things coming for the gadgets. One is improved gadget pickup. So the idea of being able to pick up a gadget once you've placed it, relocate it within the map. Number 2 is projectile trajectory pre-visualization. And that is the last time I'm saying that. It's called pre-viz. So what this means is giving you full control of where your gadgets go. Again, take your skills to the next level, but at the same time, if you're already there and you don't need it, you can turn it off.
Because a huge part of how you experience the game and you're comfortable with playing the game is knowing how you can improve and how you're performing. So how is Season 2 going to help players on this front?
We are completely revamping the after-action report. This is the system where you commend your players and understand how you performed. After that, you'll see an updated screen where you can see all of your progression, all of your stats, and everything you care about in one single place, and then quickly jump into that next match.
Well, we're extending Previs into Season 2 as well, and we're adding it to our drones. This gives you all the control you need to be able to get your drones wherever you need to get them. At the end of the day, it's about making sure that you can get the intel you need and drone survivability. Wait, there's more.
Oh.
Yeah, so Previs, as I said, started in Season 1, Season 2, and we're actually bringing it right into Season 3. And what does that mean? It means bringing it to our deployable gadgets. So deployable shield, new jammers, those sort of things. Being able to get them set the first time right. All right, so a lot of us maybe go on our phone when we're waiting for our match in ranked or whatnot, but wouldn't it be nice just to jump into the shooting range? You can do that now. So in Season 3, you'll be able to load into the shooting range whenever you're waiting for your matches. And this includes the R6 Cup. Additionally, it seems a bunch of you like to 1v1, so we're adding it as a preset into our custom games.
That's pretty cool. I will not be 1v1 you because you spent a lot of time with the game, but...
Season 3 is a big feature that we call badges. This is where you'll be able to earn the achievements and challenges and equip those badges as a badge of honor so that you can show them off with all of your friends. And on top of that, we're creating a new home for badges too, which is the career page. The career page is where you can see your stats, see how your last matches went, and customize which badges you equip on your profile.
That's pretty cool.
So in Season 4, we're introducing something that we call dynamic matchmaking. This is making sure we have more flexible matchmaking for players in lower population zones or in places that when you're playing and it's not peak siege time, you're still getting a fair match. So if you're in Australia playing at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you're still getting a balanced and fair matchmaking experience. Crossplay is the final update that we're bringing to the table, letting console players play with PC friends. It should be very important. We'll take a moment to celebrate this, but it's very important to note that this is a one-way street. PC players will not be allowed to play with console matchmaking. So now, with this set, doesn't matter what platform you're on, what console you're playing on, with Siege, you can always play with your friends.
Right now, we're aiming to launch the feature in Season 2. The philosophy behind the marketplace is that we want to make sure that the feature is polished, functional, and as secure as possible. So this means that the beta is going to be running up until we feel that the feature is up to your standard and up to our standards. So for you, this means that you can still sign in through the QR code or through our website. And you can still give us your feedback in order to build this platform together.
This year, we really want to focus on following up on our promise to bring the best training tools to Siege. That's why we're really going to be focusing on all of the players, making sure they have the training tools they need to be able to execute whatever strategy they intend. We're really happy with the reception of Versus AI playlist. And that's why we want to follow it up strong in Season 1 with 5 new maps, new Defender AIs, and being able to play more attackers as well. And we're not stopping there. We're bringing new content in Season 2 and Season 3 as well. On top of that, we're also delivering the AI attacking playlist. That means for the first time, you'll be able to play defense and attack in an AI match. Expect AI attackers to drone, to clear roamers, and plant on site. We think this will be a great way to bring your friends into Siege. We know that map knowledge is really important, and that is why we're bringing new maps in Season 1, but also Season 2 and Season 3 as well. Map knowledge isn't the only skill you need to become a champion. And while the shooting range is a great place to warm up your aim, it's not the same as navigating through maps and clearing targets. That's why we're bringing a big update to Target Drill, where you can play for over 60 minutes with targets in every room. We have a lot of quality of life improvements coming in this update also. You can turn on headshots only, have pre-made destruction, or even turn on a mini HUD. We're also bringing damage reporting, so as you clear a room, you can see how much damage you've taken, and then you can actually know whether or not you cleared that room efficiently or not. In Season 3, we're bringing the drone drill to the map training playlist. Intel is king, and we know that finding a good hiding spot could be the difference between a win and a loss. Also in Season 3, we have a new cover mode coming to the aiming lane within the shooting range. It's a great opportunity to test with a smaller target as the target dummy takes position behind cover. In Year 9, we're not just building onboarding tools, but rather the future of training to help our current players improve their skills to perform at their best.
Just a few weeks ago, we have announced some of the changes coming to Blast R6 in Season 2024 and revealed the revamped point system to qualify to the 6th Invitational, which now puts more emphasis on teams' results at the majors. And today, I'm happy to reveal one more key change. This season, we are bringing back the 6th Invitational's Last Chance qualifiers. We will provide more details on their formats later this year.
The first major of Season 2024 will be hosted in Manchester. We're excited to host the very first major for Siege in the UK, and what better city than Manchester, where we know the crowd will create an unforgettable atmosphere for the teams up on stage. In November, we will head to Montreal, home of the Rainbow Six Siege production team. Montreal holds a special place in our hearts, and we're excited to be back.
After Sao Paulo this year, we will explore fresh locations in 2025. The 6th Invitational will travel to the United States. Normally, this is when we drop the mic, but in early 2026, The Six Invitational will continue traveling. It is time to spread the love to Europe. We have so many amazing local communities across Europe. So deciding where to go was not easy. But guess what? I'm happy to announce that in 2026, the Six Invitational will be hosted on Ubisoft home turf in France. Can't wait to see you all there and make it history.
There is a lot that we covered in this panel, so let's bring up the roadmap as a refresher. Look at all that stuff. A lot of things people are excited about.
This is a big year for us with a lot of new features that honor the past but also prepare us for the future.